Hey everyone, it's Monday, June, what is it, 28th, 28, 29, 30, yes, 28. I know because my daughter's birthday is Friday and that's July 2nd, and Sunday is July 4th, which is the big day. I open my cart. So I'm a little more informal today because my daughter is at gymnastics camp this week for 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, and she's been watching Carter for me. And my son can do it, Jerry, he's almost 12, but I just thought I would try going live to you here with Carter. I'm out. That if you hear that creaking, that is the hammock. I am pulling on this strap and he's swinging away. He loves swinging out here. So just giving you, I thought I'd talk to you a little bit more about just my life, what's been going on, and let you get to know me a little bit better. Yeah, so today is Monday, and I always, I tell you, Monday I'm tired because it was the weekend and I got to get up early again, and then Friday I'm tired because I've been getting up early every day. So Wednesday seems to be a high energy day. We'll see if that holds true this week. But I'm a little extra tired because Marisol, who is my daughter, she'll be 15. Hi, Lisa. Marisol will be 15 on Friday, and she loves gymnastics. And last night was the Olympic trials, so we got to find out who is actually going to be on the Olympic team. And Marisol was so upset last summer when the Olympics didn't go on, so she has been waiting. I mean, she was excited last summer for 9 months, 6 to 9 months leading up to last summer, so she's really been waiting for about 2 years for this. So we stayed up to watch the trials, even though she had camp this morning and she got up at 6:30 to get ready, which, mind you, this girl normally sleeps till about 9. So she stayed up late watching the trials. She had to get up at 6:30, and she's at camp now, so that's really exciting. The last camp she did, she was about 6 years old, so that was like 9 years ago. So this is a big step for her. It's a long day. She's going to be there from 8:30 a.m. until 5:30 tonight. So I am excited to pick her up later this evening and hear how her day went. So anyways, that's kind of what we've been up to. And my friend Lisa is on right now, so I just wanted to kind of give you guys a glimpse into my life. I realized I exaggerated a little bit on my post when I said this idea is about a month old for this community. It's actually almost 2 months old, which is like, we all know the difference between a 1-month-old baby and a 2-month-old baby. It's huge, right? It's a huge difference. So it was the very beginning of May when I learned about this course that I'm taking, and I watched some free webinars that Stu McLaren gave. That's his name, Stu McLaren. And the course I'm taking is called Tribe, and it's all about starting a membership. Well, so I learned about this literally the first week in May. And by May 6th, I signed up for the course. It was like literally within days of me finding out about it. And only like 2 or 3 days leading up to that, I was mulling it over in my head, like, could I do this? How, if I was going to start a membership, what would it be about? And I just started scribbling in my notebook ideas of like things that I love to share with people. And this thread of an idea began. So it is almost 2 months now. When I do this launch, it'll be 2 months old, this baby of an idea. So my birthday was 3 weeks ago on June 5th, and that was the weekend that the idea struck me. I'm like, that's it. I should set my launch date for July 4th. I had been mulling over in my head, when did I want to try and do this founding members launch? And it just felt perfect because Independence Day, I think, resonates with a lot of people, that right now we realize that a lot of our freedoms are basically being trampled on, and so there's just a lot of symbolism with Independence Day. And I was like, oh, that's 4 weeks away. I can really get my stuff together. So it felt great. It felt right. And I'm a kind of person, I go by my gut a lot. So it felt good. I'm like, that's it. That's what I should do. I don't want to put it off. I want to keep this momentum going that I have from taking this course, this excitement. I've learned so much. I'm already creating things. So let's just do it. So about a week after that, I think that's the week I created my vitamin C guide and started offering it to people and trying to build up an email list, which will be a really important way for people to stay in touch with me. So I did that. I was focused on that. And then a week later, I woke up on the weekend and just panicked. And I actually called Lisa, who's watching right now. I was just like almost hyperventilating. I'm like, what am I thinking? I actually hadn't even announced it yet, but I'm like, 3 more weeks. What am I thinking? Why am I rushing this? And you know, the truth is I don't feel it's rushing. One thing I'm learning in my course that Stu keeps saying is you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. And that really speaks to me about, I don't know how many of you are perfectionists, but I have heard many other people talk about that before too, how perfectionism is the enemy of action. I think perfectionism is the enemy of getting things done. When we want things to be perfect, we don't just go ahead and do. And I love learning. I love reading. I love that academic type of learning. So I'm always trying to balance that out with action. Like, let's do something. So anyways, 2 weeks ago I panicked. Then I got calm. I did my lives. I was feeling good. And then on the weekend I panicked again. I was like, oh my gosh, 2 weeks. What am I doing? So this was the first weekend I really just didn't panic, so that's a good sign. I'm feeling really good about the fact that I think we're going to have a nice, just amazing group of people that want to start this thing up and get it going. But just so you know, I really am creating as I go. So everything you see me creating on my Facebook page, I am creating it right now. It's real time. So just to be clear that as a founding member, this is what you're getting. You're getting the process of creating with me, creating this amazing community that is going to really get all of our energy moving and get us taking action in our lives. It's not a finished product. It's not something that I've been working on for years. It's a brand new idea. So that really... you can look at it as a great advantage, because the handful of people that come and join me right now and commit to this, we're going to be able to focus on whatever it is that you want to focus on most. And it's going to be pretty hand-tailored, to what your needs are. And of course, the other advantage that I keep driving home is the really, really low price of $10 a month, which is next to nothing. So this is the only time the founding members are the ones that will get that price. And from here, it's onwards and upwards, baby. So those are the advantages, and I just wanted to make that clear, what a founding member is. What else? I've been thinking a lot more about energy again and unplugging, and how every time in my life I have unplugged from something, and what I mean by that is doing something in a way that is not the norm, whatever the norm is for our society, and just decided I wanted to try something different. And it was always stories that inspired me. There's so many amazing stories. Natural childbirth. I just read book after book of women who just loved giving birth. Just had the most amazing life-transforming experiences. With unschooling, oh my gosh, the families that share are just so passionate, and they just love learning with their children and experiencing life alongside of them. Always stories. So that's why I want to share my story with you, because I think stories are so powerful and inspiring, and it can really make other people make changes in their lives. So anyways, I remember a loved one time kind of saying, it seems like you just, whatever normal is, you just want to do opposite, like a very reactionary type of path. And to be honest, it wasn't like that for me and for my family. I liked my life as a child, and it was fairly mainstream. I do look back and see how my mom planted a lot of seeds. She was never one to just do things because that's how everyone else was doing them. For example, my mom is a math teacher, and she never thought it made sense to just push kids ahead just because you can, you know? Oh, they're so smart, they should be ahead of grade, or this or that, you know? She always questioned things, and so when she did that, she planted seeds in my head, like remain curious, remain logical, think about what makes sense for you. So anyways, this person kind of said that, like, it seems like you just want to do just to be different. And that was never the case for me. It was always after being very thoughtful and looking into things and seeing that other people really liked doing things a different way. So yeah, for birth, for unschooling, I already told you about natural family planning a while ago. Vitamin C, same thing. The stories, I'm just like, wow, I want to stop a cold in its tracks. I want to get the flu and just, you know, kick its butt in 24 hours. You know, that sounds amazing. I want to do that. So what I've noticed is this unplugging from the mainstream. What happens, it's kind of funny because we think of being plugged in as electricity, right? Being plugged into energy. When you unplug from these things, your energy just starts moving so much better. So unplugging actually leads to your flow of energy. It's just unbelievable. Like, you can't stop it. Like with unschooling with your kids, when you get in a flow with your kids, life just moves so beautifully. And I'm not saying it's always that way, but you know that it can be that way. And so you're always striving for that. So that whole idea of energy. And another memory I have is when I started my blog, and I had been blogging for a while, and I was talking with one of my friends, and she said something that just stuck with me. She's like, you know, I can't remember the last time I felt that way, because she could just see how excited I was. I was so thrilled to be sharing about parenting without punishment and this like strange new way of doing things and unschooling. And she's like, I just don't remember the last time I felt that way. And it strikes me to this day as being kind of sad. Like, how many people are just kind of still plugged in, right? Plugged into whatever this way of being we think is the way to do things. You know, you go to university, you find your partner, you get married, you get your job, all kind of in the same order, you have kids, and so many people are just burned out. They're tired, their energy isn't moving in a really like productive, and I don't mean productive like, you know, you go to your job, you get your work done. Obviously a lot of us do that. Americans are hardworking people. And not just Americans, if you're somewhere else, human beings in general and Western civilization, all that. But yeah, it just struck me as sad, and I recently posted again on my page, when was the last time you were on fire for life? Didn't get hardly any response, and when two of my really good friends did respond, they were like, they didn't really relate to how I was describing it, which I think is partly personality. Like I said, I'm a really high and low person, so when I'm high, I'm like, woo, life is amazing. And these two people, I think, are just a little more down to earth than me, a little more practical. But I do think there's something to be said for, you know, when you feel really excited about something in your life. And there's this, you know, this debate about life and whether you need to have a passion. I've seen some really good blogs in the past couple years about, you know, just being happy with an ordinary life. And I can relate to that too. I mean, if you saw my everyday life, it's nothing amazing here, folks. I'm still changing dirty diapers on my 5-year-old who's special needs. At night, I have to wipe the crumbs off my bed because sometimes I'm too lazy to stop him from eating in there. Our house is a disaster. I will be giving you a tour soon so you can see that. Some days I'm tired and grumpy. But all of that, and I still most days think, oh my God, I love my life. I love what I'm doing. I'm so excited to get up. So if you're not feeling that way, I do think it's possible. It's just kind of a matter of you keep looking for that thing that excites you. What excites you? What do you want to share with the world? How do you want to make the world a better place? So these are all just kind of thoughts running through my head lately. So I think, honestly, I don't think it's a mistake that when we are plugged in to all this mainstream, maybe the Matrix, I don't think it's a mistake that our life force is actually sapped. It sounds very conspiracy theory, right? But think about it. I mean, this person thought it was so weird that I just want to do the opposite of everything. But every decision I've ever made that is opposite of normal has led to me enjoying life more, to loving life more, to the energy in my life flowing in a much more natural and like joyful way. Every single decision. And it's really powerful when you think about it that way. So this is kind of like the transformation I want to help you achieve in your life. And yeah, it sounds lofty. It sounds like a big goal. But you know, transformations can happen really quickly. A year ago, my family was in Virginia. A year ago, we were pretty much still staying home, although we did have plans to go to New York State for our summer visit. Marisol had just started gymnastics up again in June. And this week, I'm like, oh my gosh, Marisol's going to camp. We have Liberty class tomorrow. Today, we live in Florida, you know, we're having a water issue with our house, so we have a plumber coming over. It's Marisol's birthday on Friday. The kids are traveling up to New York in a couple weeks. We just have a lot going on, and I'm trying to start a business. And so a change can happen quickly. You have to be open to it. You have to be willing to take small risks and small baby steps, and then as you build on those, you'll see it just happens. Like, things start happening. Yeah, so man, I'm just rambling away today. Lisa, thank you for watching, and those of you watching later, I would love to hear from you. Maybe tell me about a time in your life when your energy just flowed, or something that made you excited in life, and maybe a time when you felt a little stuck, or maybe even depressed or anxious or scared. I think we can all identify times in our life when we felt that way, and I include myself. I've had many times in my life. Life cycles. So please message me. We are in the final week leading up to launch, so I would love to hear from you if you have any questions. Remember what a founding member is. You're getting that great advantage of $10 a month, and you're going to help me build this platform from the bottom up. We are going to build something beautiful together, and I am so excited. So I'll see you Wednesday and Friday, and then it's launch day, baby. Have a good week, everyone. Send in love. Bye.